So following on from yesterday's dawn shoot at the north of the island of Iona at North Beach, this morning I wanted to stay more local. So I've headed down to a patch of rocky coastline, literally 200 yards from where I'm staying. My cottage is just at the back of that row of buildings there, which is the Bishop's House. The shot that I have in mind, I scouted last night, and it's a little pool just about 20 yards over there. At the moment it's very, very still and the midges are starting to bite, so I've moved away to try and get them to congregate in this area for a little while, at least until I get there. I'm a bit worried about the light. Again, there's another thick bank of cloud on the horizon as there was yesterday, but it did part, and as I'm speaking the high cloud is colouring up, so I'm going to get down there now, set up, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a nice image. But regardless, I'm going to shoot the pool, whether we get the good light or not, just to see what the result is. So we're in position, I'm all lined up, camera's on a vertical composition, focal length is about 20mm, and I've just changed the filter to put in a 0.9 neutral density graduated filter. I did have the 0.6 in, but the sky is still too bright for the lighter portions of the sky in relation to the foreground. The pool in front of me is a beautiful straight pool that takes your eye in to the far distance and the mountains beyond. Because I'm at quite a wide end of the lens at 20mm, the distant hills are quite insignificant, but they still form the stopper for the composition. The sky's colouring up actually quite nicely. The high cloud is actually catching right now, and I've started taking a series of images already just as the light increases. What I'm really looking for is, in the pool in front of me, is to get some of the pinks that are just starting to catch now reflected in the water, and if I can get that, I'll be really happy. That coupled with a nice sky, some colour in the sky in the distance, surrounded by the greens of the foreground, I think will really work. Ordinarily, I would suggest that it's probably not necessarily a good idea photographing pre-dawn light unless you've got something really reflective and bright in your foreground. Normally areas of grass in fields or woodlands before dawn are quite difficult, because in relation to the sky they can go quite muddy looking and sort of flat. But where I am now, the grasses themselves are actually quite bright green, and I've also got a lot of lichen encrusted rocks in the foreground, which is helping to lift the foreground brightness. And also I've got the reflected light in the pool, so it's working on this occasion. So I'm going to carry on taking a series of images now, and then put the best one on at the end, but it's looking quite nice. So the sky is looking amazing right now, and I'm going to take this shot. I've got to grab it while I can. Just quickly, I'm going to show the importance of the graduated filter. I love to use them when I'm shooting. A lot of people like to bracket, but for me, I like to get it right whilst I'm here. If you look at the histogram on the back of the camera, you'll see that the highlights are all clipped at the top part of the histogram. The camera's on the portrait, so it's at the top of the shot is where you're looking. As I bring that graduated filter down over the sky, you'll see how wonderful that histogram comes into line, and that's the benefits of using graduated filters. They just really take control of those bright parts of the image. I'm going to shoot that now. We've got some lovely pinks. I'm at f14, 3.2 second exposure. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so pleased with that. So that was a really beautiful shot. I'm so pleased with it. The pinks were immense, and I think I've got some nice reflected colour in that pool in front of me. The light, as you can see now on this shot, I've darkened the exposure so you can see the sun has gone into that higher cloud and I'm now cast into deep shade. Those all important few moments of light were so critical to that shot, and I'm very, very happy with what I got. What I haven't told you up until now is that when I came to scout this location last night, I actually took this image at sunset. I used the same filter, I had the same focal length lens, I had the same camera settings and the same orientation on the camera, so as far as I could tell, everything was exactly the same. I'm going to put the shot on that I took last night on now so you can have a look at the difference, and I'm going to follow that by putting the two images on together. My personal view is that I prefer the shot that I took just now. I think the colour and the intensity is much more vibrant than the shot last night, but you might think differently, so please leave some comments below and let me know what you think of those two images. I'm going to call it here. I think I'm done. My time on Iona was a short one. It was a week. It was a slow start to the week, but it was a nice end to the week. I've got several nice images that I'm more than happy with, and I'm more than happy to go on with those images in the bag. It's not about quantity, it's all about quality as far as I'm concerned, and I've certainly achieved that this week. So yeah, as always, if you've enjoyed the film and you've enjoyed the content, you've taken something away from it, please subscribe. And if you want those email notifications as and when new films are uploaded, ring that bell. So until next time, bye for now.